Hi everyone, welcome again in our second edition of the Untamed, the energy booster. And today we are going to share and talk about these two forces that drive your life. These two forces take you either to success or to failure. They either take you to your desires and all you want, or they take you to your fears. These two forces are taking you to your action, to your life, to live fully. And before I take you to these two forces, I ask Yasser to put us into the right state. Because when we start anything, when we learn anything, when we say, okay, here I am in life, what do? I need to be in the right state. And how do we get into the right state? We get into our body, we boost our energy, and from that energy state, I'm ready to be fully in life. So, yes, sir, do you take us?
Yes, I'm going to take you guys. I'm going to take you guys just to turn this. I'm going to invite you to stand up, And we're going to do this because, like Katrina said, it's like to get this energy into our bodies. And we're going to ground ourselves in our feet, stand very well, do your arms aside, and we make circles, just circles around. So your shoulders go forth and keep it on moving. So the energy comes up, 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 and other round to the back or to the front if you did it the other way around. Feel your body. Yeah, it's a bit weird sometimes on the office, but people are like, wow, what is he or she doing? I want that too. And then we stop and you get your hands off your head, interlace them and go up. Stretch into your feet up, and you breathe once. Hold your breath up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. With a little sigh. And then what we're going to do is a little sprint of 20, 30 seconds. Come on, let's do it. Let's go for it. Yeah. Sprint. Beautiful. This is the energy that we're going to have needed for taking actions in our lives. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Yes. 5 seconds left. Maybe 4. Come on. Let's do 3 seconds. 2, and stop. Yeah, you feel it. Let's go. We're done. Yes. Take a seat. And I get back to you, Katrina.
Thank you. I'm catching my breath. I feel good. So, I invite you again, take a paper and a pen, be fully present, because today we tell you how to get there, how to get your success, your abundance, reach any desire that you have in your life. So, what are these two forces? What are these two forces? And these are two P's: pain and pleasure. Pain and pleasure. And these two forces, they are driving our life. Because we need to either, we want to avoid pain and we are seeking more pleasure. So wherever we are in our life, the decision that we have to take, what is the obstacle? What's the problem? Because if it's so easy, I take action and I just become a millionaire, or I get in to study this PhD and I go to be a professor at this university, or I have a yacht, or I have a very successful personal relationship, I have a wonderful family. So if it's all that easy just to write it down and say, I want it and manifest, so what is in our way? And in our way, or the ones that are guiding us, are these two forces, pain and pleasure. Yeah, maybe we start, now you can see it. So with the pain and pleasure, how do you get to your success? What does it mean, pain and pleasure? I think we can go directly to the 5 steps that take you to be in control of the pain and pleasure.
Yeah.
The 5 step, yeah.
Yeah, can I add something? Because when I first time heard these things like pain and pleasure, what I thought, no, I just do things just for my pleasure. It's not about my pain. And it didn't sound logical in the beginning. Like, what do I do not to avoid my pain? I thought I did only things for my pleasure. But it's a very nice concept, and they are very strong. And sometimes they are also sabotaging us, huh? Not to gain pleasure or not to avoid pain. Yeah.
Yeah, well, indeed, yes, sir. 95% of the reason why we take action is pain. We act, human being acts from pain. Only 5% is from excitement. Oh, I get an inspiration. Well, okay, that's new. I want that. And then you take action from the excitement, from inspiration. But 95% research, it's pain. So maybe what was the action that you took, some major action in your life? Can you identify, was there pain? Was there
Uh-huh.
something that, okay, this is too painful to stay, or this is too painful not to have, or to have, or there was pain?
Yeah. Yeah. So I see it with myself. So when I started more into the breath work and more in personal development, inner work, it was not from a pleasure standpoint. It was like I had some pain. I had some pain in my personal life, and that pain was getting so big that I was like, okay, I need to do something with it. And that was the moment that I said, okay, there's pain. I need to take action.
Mm-hmm. And can you, when you were running your business, your marketing agency, you had 30 people in charge, so of the company. So what was the pain? Like, how were you taking decisions in the company? How was it to be the manager of that company, and from where did you take decisions?
Yeah, if I also look to that, I think most decisions were made of pain, and the pain was or some kind of rejection as a company. Do we get rejected by doing sales? You know, there's a possibility that I want to do sales with you, Katrina. I want to do something with you, and I want to have a service that I want to sell to you. And actually, the question is, do I want that enough that I feel it's okay to be rejected by you, that you say no? Or is the pleasure big enough to say, wow, that would be a beautiful client to work with, and it will be nice for at the end, the money that brings in? So these are the two polarities that work there. And yeah, and I see it now much more clear than at that moment, of course, or not, of course, I did, and I see it's developing. So pain is the biggest, and the pain is also not to pay the salaries, the wages, or these pains are there too.
Yeah, the pain is the money. So if you are getting a client and the deal is not signed or it's not done, you already know that the pain is too big, because the pain is, I have no money, I need to pay salaries, and just money. We all want money.
Hmm.
So to avoid pain, you do anything to sell. You are motivated, you take action, you deliver excellent job, you are the best on the market. So it's out of the pain, and there's nothing wrong. It's just to understand it and actually understand why we don't take action, or why we take action and then we don't follow through. That's actually the thing, because people take action. People start diet on Monday. People stop smoking, and yeah, here I am in January. Or whatever, they take action. Yeah, now I'm going to connect differently. Now I'm going to reach out to my clients differently. So the kick is there, but how to follow through? And that's what we are going to talk today.
Hmm.
What are the tricks? What is the sabotage? What happens in the process that this pain pleasure tricks us, and we get lost in it and we get controlled by it, instead of us navigating with pain and pleasure, feeling it, understanding, and saying, okay, I take action because now I know why. And it's a body sensation. So if you take the whole exercise with us, you are able to experience that energy that kicks in you So take the pen, take the paper.
Yeah. I have them also here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you will experience in your body that kick to action. And every time you will go to your notes on that particular issue, and you'll be like, no, I know why I'm doing it. And this is the thing that keeps you on track. This is the thing that keeps you to follow through your action, to follow through and achieve your success.
Yes to that. And so let's go to the 5 points, huh? And it's actually like last week. It's really simple. Just do it. You need to do it. It's as simple as that, and that makes it very difficult. Take us.
So just do it. So step number 1, write down the 4 actions. Yes, 4 actions that you need to do, but you are putting them off. For some reason, you are not doing them. Write down these 4 actions that I need to do. You sense it can be your personal life, professional life. It's all connected. It's us. We are living human beings navigating many dimensions and fields. So what are the 4 actions? It can be I need to call my mother. It can be I need to reach out to my clients or that particular client that I don't feel like reaching out, whatever, I'm putting it off maybe for tomorrow. It can be I really need to write that report. Oof, but this afternoon, today is not a good day. So these 4 actions. Yes, sir, do you have any action? Do you want to take it through a real case?
Yeah, of course. I have an action, and I need to make a resume, and I'm postponing that for a time. I need to make I have an English resume, and I need to make it a Dutch resume, and I'm postponing that one. And it's today. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make it, and it's going to happen.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Paper number 1.
Yes.
But what's nice is that I remember that you were telling me already last week that you need to translate the resume in Dutch. It feels like quite a simple thing. I thought, like, can't you do it with ChatGPT? Just put it there, Dutch, like. And it's interesting because I think I heard you like 5 or 6 times to say that you need to do your resume in Dutch, and you normally do things super quickly. You don't even mention them; you just do them. So I wonder what is there with this Dutch resume. But it's like we all have these 4 actions, these actions that they are quite silly, or like, why don't we do them? But somehow they are stuck there. So for me, one action is I need to follow up on connections from LinkedIn, because I get beautiful invitations or beautiful connections, very meaningful. And this is why I'm also present on LinkedIn. And then it's like, connect, maybe a bit of exchange. And I am conscious that I'm not really following through, and I'm not really going to the end, because the aim is to, why am I on LinkedIn? The aim is to bring this company to success, to bigger success, to bring more abundance, financial abundance, more money, more clients, more projects. So to follow through. So connecting with the clients, I'll put it easy, like connecting with the potential clients, with connections. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's the step number 2?
Step number 2 is pain. There are reasons that I'm postponing this resume, and that's because I need to write down the pain that associates with each action. What is the belief around it? What does it cost me almost? Or what is the pain? And I think the pain for me, I wrote down, it's time. I feel I need to invest time in it, and in this time I could do something else. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. So for me, you need to write down what's the pain that you associate with this action. So for me, it's time as well. Okay, I need to find time to see what are the connections the last day, to see the profile of the people, to sense the people, to see like what we could have in common, like reach out. So it feels like, oof, and so I choose like other tasks that I need to do in the company. Let's create that workshop. Let's follow on that client that we already have. So I see I'm avoiding. So it's important to write down the pain. So for me, the pain is yeah, just take every day like an hour and see, okay, who are the new people? What are the new connections? Make it structural. And the pain is time. So you write down time that I could do something more pleasurable. So it's pain and pleasure. I prefer to do other tasks that are more pleasurable for me. And if you write down all 4 actions, so now it's time to put it. So you follow us with one, and like later when we stop, you follow it on all 4, so you can really follow up through.
Yeah.
So what's the number 3? Number 3, from pain we go to pleasure. So the pleasure is write down what's the pleasure in not doing this action. So if I'm just not doing the action, there must be some pleasure, because otherwise I would have done it. So there is some pleasure that I'm hooked on, and that's very, very key element. What am I hooked on? What's the pleasure? What's holding me back? So actually what's holding me back is pleasure. So what's holding you back from writing that resume? What's the pleasure in not writing it?
Yeah, the pleasure is it's again time. So in this time that I have, I can do a breath work. I can do um, a run, or all these pleasurable things that I get energy of, and it feels like this resume I don't get enough energy, and so it's time to spend on more pleasurable things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it's indeed pretty much the same. Yeah, so I have pleasure to respond. To our current clients. I have pleasure to write comments on LinkedIn. I have pleasure to write a new post. I have pleasure to to have a business meeting that is on my agenda. So I create a story that I'm actually already doing a lot, and today it's not the day because I already have many meetings and stuff, and and I also want to have nice lunch. So I'm actually fine not doing it, because there is some pleasure. There is pleasure not going there and seeing profiles and clicking in and reaching out to new people. Yeah. And maybe, pleasure. So here we are. What's next?
Yeah,
Or do
the
we?
next.
Maybe we can breathe.
Yeah, maybe we can breathe. We can. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, if you're standing, it's okay. If you're going to sit down, it's also fine. We're going to do Wim Hof breathing. Actually, Soma breath. It is, and it's a very simple breath. We take 30 breaths in, and I will guide you through it. So you don't have to count or whatever. And once it's done, we take a deep breath in, we hold it, and we exhale, and we are going to do maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds of pause on our breath. How would that be? Most people say, I can't stop that long, but you can.
And why
And
do
the
we do it?
reason that we are going to do this is that it brings us again in this energy. You get this life force that is in you, and awakened, and in this power that you are. And so that's what we're going to do.
So the breath work leads you to your personal power.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, it's going to be with normally we breathe with your mouth, with your nose, and now we're going to do with your mouth. So you, yeah, with your mouth. Perfect. Halfway. Beautiful. Ten to go. 5, 2. Last inhale, deep inhale. Deep, 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 and hold. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds. And exhale and stop breathing. Close your eyes, maybe even, if you feel like it. And sometimes you already feel a bit of tingling in your body. You can tune in feel your blood even, or your heart pumping. We're halfway, so you're doing amazing. 5, 4, and we take a deep breath in. 2, 1, inhale, and hold. And exhale. Do we do one more round, or we keep it like this?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. And what it also does is actually, if you tune in now to yourself, it makes you also calm in a way. So there is strength that is coming up. I feel very clear, and there's this eagerness, this hunger of power, of going for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel calm, centered, grounded, just ready to follow and to continue.
Let's
So
go.
that's the write down the actions. Then second, you identify the pain that you associate with those actions by taking them. Like, what's the pain? And then you write down pleasure. What's the pleasure of not doing them? Like of staying in the bed, in the morning and say, oh. So the pleasure, just acknowledging it, because the steps are important in bringing it into awareness. So the system is very, very powerful because I'm aware of it. And now we go to the number 4, which is actually the cost. And that's like, now we are really getting there. What's the cost of not taking the action? And you write down the cost and you imagine it's better to close the eyes and to imagine what's the cost and what's the emotion that it's associated with. What does it bring? So what's the cost in 2 years' time? I don't take action. What's the cost in 2 years' time? If I don't take action today, what's happening in 2 years' time, in 4 years, or in 5 years? What's the cost? So when we were talking, for instance, the cost of not quitting smoking, okay, in a year time, yeah, my health is just going to be worse. I continue feeling, again, shame, restless, pissed. Why am I still smoking? Whatever the emotion is, I'm just inventing now. So if I don't follow through my LinkedIn connections in a year, I'm like, okay, so for a year, I'm doing all that effort of writing posts and being active and commenting and following other people and connecting. And okay, it just leads to a different number on how many followers or connections you have. But why do we have followers? Why do we have connections? We are all here to make money, to make success, to be successful, to increase our businesses, to connect and expand the business. So if I didn't follow through these connections, yeah, the cost is kind of like, so what was the point? What was the point? Okay. And in 3 years' time, if I don't take action and I didn't reach out to any new connections or people that are connecting and super interesting people that I actually see, interesting. But if I don't follow through, that interesting is just lost in this number of, another connection. But wow, what am I missing out in life, personally and professionally? And what's the cost in 5 years? Then I can just say, okay, maybe why am I even here on LinkedIn? Because if I didn't follow through.
Yeah. Yeah. So my cost will be. So we are building up the breathwork club, and that's a beautiful thing, and it takes time. Building up a company does takes time. So if I don't write my resume today, and in cases can be that in 2 years there's no money more, or there's no job. That's for certain. There's no job, and with that job it gains freedom to no, the cost will be, sorry, that's the gain already. Yeah, I'm too quick. So the cost will be no job, maybe no holidays anymore, struggles in life, in relationships, in with the kids, or with money. Yeah. So these are effective costs that I can feel, and it makes it much easier to say, okay, today is the day that I'm going to make that resume.
It's right now, actually. Every time I write the cost down, I get such kick into my into my ass that I'm like, wow, no way that in 2 years' time I'm here with this. No way. It becomes real, because if I don't write it down and I don't follow these 5 steps, it's like, yeah, I do it tomorrow. Maybe indeed it's not that important, because the people that I need to connect, they will just come, and then we just connect. It just comes, and all the story. But if I write it down, like, okay, there's no way that I'm doing all this and I'm not reaching out, or I'm not following through the connection. So no way. So you get the right kick wherever you need to be kicked. So you get the right kick. And now
The
it
last
takes
one.
again the kick, the cost is the pain. So it's again the navigation. Okay, I feel the pain of not doing. And now we go to number 5.
Yeah, the number 5 is gain. So we have the cost on 4 and 5 gains. What do I gain? So write down what you gain if you take the action. Take this action or all 4 for you later. So when I see it, if I do it today, I will get a job. I will have these holidays. I have more pleasure in my life. I have less worries. So it all comes back to more money, actually.
More freedom. Yeah, more power. Because what
Mhm.
is money? Money is power. It's money. Money doesn't matter. But what does it give us?
Yeah.
What does it give us? It gives us freedom to go for my desires, to have more pleasure in my life, to go on nice holidays, to meet nice friends, go for nice dinners, to buy things for my kids, for myself, of course. The freedom. For me, money is freedom. Freedom of choice, abundance. I'm free. I can move. I can flow. There is no restriction. So when I write the gain, for me it's the gain. Okay, what would I gain if I follow through these LinkedIn connections? And so I would gain new connections that I really enjoy in life, to connect with new people, to meet new human beings from different walks of life. To me, it always brings something new, something nice. So just per se, I really cherish meeting people, and to exchange perspective, and where we are, to create new connections, business connections. So the aim is also to, of course, to connect our businesses. How can we support each other, find a win-win? These are the most beautiful connections, when I see, like, wow, the Breathwork Club can really help and support, and this is what people exactly needed, because they are struggling with burnout in their companies, or they are struggling with restarting the creativity, because the things were good but now they are stuck, and there is some tension around it. So how can we restore the creativity? And then here we are, and it's like amazing. So I just find this amazing when we have a new client, when it clicks, when there is joy, there is excitement. So all this is so much gain for me. And of course, business, money, abundance in all senses, abundance in all senses. So you write down the gains, what you gain, what is the pleasure, what you get from doing these actions. And now I feel so much energy. So we go back to this energy booster. So this was the edition for today. I'm full of energy to take action and to follow through, because this is what matters, to follow through.
Perfect. Let's leave it like this. We have 30 minutes and the 30 minutes are gone. It's flew again. Thank you again for joining us on a new Untamed and the energy booster. And we're going to, with this energy that we already have, take action. See you next time.
Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye.
Good day. Bye-bye.